This is something that the family held a vigil tonight for the 7-year-old girl.
Oh, Nick, yeah, the parents, you could tell Heidy's parents were trying so hard just to be strong. And the vigil's still up. It's still behind me. They've got candles lit tonight. It's beautiful. This vigil was absolutely heart-wrenching. Luckily, the community was here to support them. These are the parents of Heidy Villanueva. They broke down crying the second they walked into the vigil for their 7-year-old daughter. Heidy had nothing to do with the fight that started around the car she was in, but a bullet from the shootout killed her from the back seat. Her parents were too devastated to talk, but the Jacksonville community came out in support. People who knew the family.
My son knew her. He saw her on the news yesterday and said, "Mommy, that's Heidy. We played together." I lost it. I had to go outside. How do I explain to my 7-year-old that his friend's dead?
People who were complete strangers.
We need to come together as a community to stop the violence. It's totally unnecessary for our babies to be dying like this. It could have been anybody's baby.
People who are tired.
I grew up in a violent neighborhood, and just to see the violence just carry on and to take a young child's life, my heart really went out to it.
People who just knew the pain.
I lost a sister in gunfire, I lost a son in gunfire. Thank God that the people came to give the family this support. They're going to need it.
And for this unexplainable tragedy, the community prayed. They gave what money they could, and one by one they waited to show them an outpour of love. Porque juntos somos más fuertes. Because together we are stronger. Now, again, police are still searching for that last and final suspect. So if you know anything that can help this case, you're asked to call them or call Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much. The family of Heidy Villanueva is asking for your help to send the little girl's body back to her native Honduras for her funeral. A family set up a GoFundMe account, a family friend that is, and we have a link to it on our website, firstcoastnews.com.